This is hypnotic authenticity. This is a space for inner clarity, where hypnosis meets self-inquiry, where the stories that you carry can become gentle invitations for change. We're going to explore identity, emotional harmony, and authentic living through subtle, mindful approaches and a really, really good sprinkling of hypnosis. So take a slow, deep breath and let's begin.
Are you desperately trying to get your needs met without expressing the fact that you have any needs whatsoever? Are you trying as hard as you can to make sure that you don't rock the boat, that you are not offensive, that you are a great guy? Is this especially important to you in some sort of aspects of masculinity and your relationships with women? If so, you may find that you're using what are called covert contracts, okay? These are sort of manipulative ways of getting what you want without asking for it. Yeah, there is a story running around in the back of your head which says, if I do XYZ for you so that you get your needs met, then you'll treat me in the way that I want to be treated. But the problem is you're not telling anybody what it is that you want. You're just hoping that they might pick up on it by chance. That's why it's intrinsically manipulative. What is happening is that you're kind of trying to lead people down the route that you want without them picking up on it. But the fact is most people pick up on manipulation. Even if they might not express it to you, the two of you may decide to play a game between you where you pretend that you are unaware of what is going on. But believe you me, everybody understands. Giving to get in any way is a form of a covert contract because you're not giving from your heart. You're giving from a position of neediness. You're giving from a position of fear, in actual fact. It's almost, you could even extrapolate this to the entirety of your existence, that everything is a lie. Everything is a covert contract. Everything is a pretense in order to kind of get your needs met without asking for them. And why would that be? Well, because there are elements of you that you think you shouldn't expose. All that comes from childhood learnings which have now permeated your psyche and that feel like you. Turns out they're only a part of you, but it feels like your definition. So what I found when people use these covert contracts, when they try and manipulate to get their needs met, is that they actually don't really understand what it is to give and to receive. They don't feel as if they have a valid reason to ask other people for that they should be totally self-sufficient. They probably have a massive aversion to asking for help. They should be able to do everything on their own because they're supposed to be perfect. And so getting in touch with your needs and wants, understanding what it is to give. Giving isn't necessarily an action. Giving can be a permission for somebody else to get what they want rather than you hogging the subliminal limelight and always trying to get what you want. And similarly, receiving, you might receive by receiving an action, but also you might receive by receiving permission to be. So understanding this whole idea of what it is to give and to receive can be quite illuminating, and actually getting in touch with what it is that you truly want, what it is that you need, what are your motivations. Because if you're running on that implicit, manipulative, unstated request for your requirements, this might be so habituated that you kind of don't know any other way. But there's a sense of distaste about it. doesn't really feel right to you. And I assure you, it doesn't feel right to the other person who's on the receiving end. I guess really all I'm saying is, what would be wrong with asking directly? What is it underpinning that says it's safer if I pretend I am needless? It all goes back to this nice guy syndrome. If I am nice, other people will meet my needs because they'll appreciate me for being nice. And in actual fact, it's just the exact opposite of that, because nobody knows how to deal with you. They don't know how to relate to you, and they can't trust you because you're not being direct in expressing your truth. As soon as you do express your truth, things just settle into place because people know you. It all kind of goes back to making friends with yourself.
Thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed the episode. If it resonates with you, then follow my podcast. I would also personally be really grateful if you might wish to leave a quick rating. It genuinely helps others to discover the podcast. If you personally would like more guided meditations, you want some deeper insights, you'll find all my links in the description. If you prefer a more visual boost, then you might want to check out my YouTube channel called Authentic Life Hypnosis. And if you're looking to do some deeper work that goes beyond one-way audio, then obviously you're very welcome to reach out. Equally, if you have any questions, I'm here to help. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you in the next episode.